Hi everybody, Snigby here from Snigby Gaming. Just wanted to let you know that I just earned the title Crosser of Roads last month, and I'm very appreciative to the bounders of the Shire kin for hosting the month-long endeavor to bring people the joy of running around Middle-earth as a chicken. I wanted to do this video as a companion to some of the walkthroughs that are out there online. All in all, to earn the title of Crosser of Roads, after you do all of the initial quests in the quest chain to become free-range chicken, to open up the free-range chicken instance, you have to visit 24 chicken stones and 15 creatures throughout the Middle Earth. While doing this, you cross through the Shire, Arid Lund, Breland, the Lonelands, Misty Mountains, the North Downs, Evenden, the Trollshalls, and Angmar. This run took us 5 hours and 45 minutes to complete, and that was with the wonderful group of the bounders of the Shire. They called themselves chicken tenders. We can call them chicken herders, chicken farmers, chicken ranchers, chicken wranglers, whatever you want to call them. They were awesome in escorting a group of 10 chickens across Middle Earth and helping myself and 9 other people earn the title Crosser of Roads. Let's go ahead and get started because I wanted to go and give you a detailed overview of how their run goes, because you don't just start to the out in Arid Lund and make your way over to the Misty Mountains. No, you actually have to go back and forth because you are crossing the roads. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's get a detailed view of the route that we took to earn the title Crosser of Roads with the bounders of the Shire. You start off just north of Michael Delving at Sanderson's Farm. You make your way north and you stop by Bag Inn to pick up your first stone. Right there at the hill. From there, you continue to travel north up in through the green fields, up into Evenden, and from Evenden, you're going to come through Barton, through the Bull Roar Sward, and then we made our way down the beach here around the banks of the Brandywine up into King's Crossing. And at King's Crossings, we actually entered Lake Evenden. The reason we do that is because there's a lot of hidden mobs in the hills here, just north of the Bull Roar Sward. So by taking the beach, you're actually taking a safer path. Swimming across Lake Evenden is also very, very safe while you're here in Evenden because there are no mobs out there. So from here, you're going to head south and you're going to go into Angmar. You really, really need to be careful here to ensure you're not ambushed as you enter Angmar. And you wait around for a few minutes till all the mobs respawn, believe it or not. Let your escorts take them out again, and then you jump back into Lake Evenden. Leaving Angmar, you actually swim west over here to the Grindelthrond. That's the cave entrance over here on the western bank of Lake Evenden. And then you swim north up to the northern end of the lake where you will chat with the Ent Longbow. Leaving Longbow, you'll swim across the east out here to Osferode, where you pick up your last stone here in Evenden. And then from here, you want to make your way back down into the lake because, again, the lake is the safest path through here, so you're going to find the fewest number of mobs. As you come down through here, you'll come by the King's Crossing. You'll go back down the banks of the Brandywine River, and you will eventually make your way into Barton, where there is a chicken nest. And the chicken nest actually magically whisks you away to the Highmores, which is a nest just outside of Rivendell. The Highmores Nest is just outside of Rivendell, so you still must be careful of the mobs as you run up to the stables. As you pass the gates of Rivendell, you should be pretty safe, but just be careful in case there was a mob getting dragged behind someone. As you make your way through Rivendell, you're going to swing by the stables where you'll speak with the horse Rohirrim. Leaving the stables, you travel north into the Misty Mountains where we stop for a quick chat with Glowin. Actually, you're going to stump on a stone up there before venturing up into the Bitter Stairs in the far north of the Misty Mountains. As a chicken, you cannot make it up this stone without a good escort. You might be able to make it through the Northern Bruin Source, but getting up the stairs, getting to the stone up here, not going to happen without a good escort. Leaving that, you're going to make your way south back down into Rivendell, where you're going to stop by the Spire of Meeting in central Rivendell to the Chicken Stone there, and eventually you're going to make your way back to that nest there in the Highmores. Again, be very careful leaving the gates of Rivendell to make sure there's no mobs out there as you make your way into the nest. A quick trip back to the nest of Highmores returns you to Barton, where you travel south across the Shire to visit the Matham House in Macam Delving. The stone there is hidden under a box, so look carefully for it, just to the right of the stairs. The rest of the trip through the Shire is to visit Old Sally Nortuckborough, a fox traveling to Farmer Maggot's house, where you're eventually going to speak to those three puppies, Fang, Grip, and Wolf. As you cross the Brandywine Bridge into Breeland, you're going to pick up the stone that's just to the south of the bridge, and then move over into Buckland, where you're going to talk to the cow. As you cross the Brandywine Bridge into Breeland, just stop to the south of the bridge and pick up the stone, and then jump over to Buckland, where you're going to talk to a cow that just happens to be standing on the roof of a hobbit's home. Follow the road to the entrance of the North Downs of the Barrow Downs to make your way into the eastern Old Forest, Tom Bombadil's house. There's a stone to pick up there, and then you need to make your way into the southern Barrow Downs, where you again pick up a stone in front of the Great Barrows. Quickly and safely make your way into Bree, where you're going to need to visit Wink the cat just up the Scholar Stair, and then jump onto the stone in front of the Prancing Pony. If there's a band playing, stop and listen for a few minutes. As you leave the comforts of Bree, make your way to the Hengstacer's farm to talk to the horse there. Finally, you're going to make your way up to the north end of Trestle Bridge, where you'll find a nest that takes you all the way back to Eredlun. Eredlun, home to the elves and dwarves starting region, sees you visiting a stone in Dulond, running to the gates of the Keladul. You don't need to go inside, and returning to the hunter's cabin, where you'll chat with the Lynx mother. Then there's a nice long trip to Thorns Hall, and then all the way back to the nest in Dullenden, and then you'll take you back to the North Downs. A dangerous trip north to Fornost gives you your first picture opportunity, where you can prove that a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, while you pick up the chicken stone there. Leaving Fornost brings you to a stone near Gadsden's farm, a chat with the Auroch in the Kingsfeld, and then a drive-by where you pick up your last stone in Esselden. From here, you're going to make your way up into Angmar. Angmar is a very inhospitable place. This is the only region where no one really wants to talk to you, so there's no creatures for you to visit, but there are still the three stones that you want to pick up. Fortunately, they're all in the southwest corner of the map. Egghire, Lamacody, and Tir Luig. I can't pronounce those things. Forgive me. Fortunately, a nest will take you from the western Nehnarne to Nehnarne, which happens to be a lake in the north of Bree. Nehnarne is a lake in the north of Bree. This lake is a home of a nice little squirrel that you should take time to visit before heading south into the Midgewater Marsh, where you'll find Snicken all pinned up and waiting to chat. This is your last task here in Breeland, and you are on your home stretch now. You're on the home stretch now. All you need to do is visit the stone at the Forsaken Inn, take a trip to the top of Weathertop, and then run across the Lone Lands where you'll visit with Radagast the Brown. One last picture opportunity is waiting for you on the last bridge before you step onto the stone in the southeastern corner of the bridge. This ends your experience as a free-range chicken, where you're whisked back to Sanders's farm, where you earn the title Crosser of Roads.